Hi, welcome back to Moonlit Path Tarot. So today is going to be a regular general love reading for the sign of Pisces. We will kind of get into the situation between you and your person or the person on your mind. All right, Spirit. So for the sign of Pisces, then at the end we'll post some initials and you can verify if you get either your initials or the initials of your person. Okay, Spirit. So for the sign of Pisces, what do I want to ask? What is the situation currently between Pisces and their person? What is the current situation between Pisces and their person? Okay. Death and rebirth, which is Scorpio. Three of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so death and rebirth indicates some kind of ending and new beginning, right? So I don't know if that means the relationship ended or you guys took some kind of break. But the Three of Pentacles indicates collaboration, community, wanting to work together, right? So I don't know if there was some kind of ending and now you guys either want to collaborate or you want to get together or you want to start over in some way. Let's see. How does Pisces feel towards their person? Whoa, geez. Okay. King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Judgment. So the King of Swords is an intellectual leader, right? Somebody who is smart, somebody who is rational, somebody who's ambitious, somebody who is focused, right? And somebody who's a strong communicator. But when it comes to communication, because swords are intellect, they are communication, which is air signs, but also it's blunt, right? So like King of Cups would be somebody who's emotionally vulnerable, somebody who's comfortable showing their emotions. King of Swords, not so much, right? So King of Swords is more like, yes, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel, but I'm not going to add a lot of emotion into it, right? I'm going to say what I feel, but also it's blunt. It's very blunt, right? So the King of Swords is somebody who's blunt, not somebody who's like warm and fuzzy. So when it comes to the person on your mind and how you feel towards them, you feel that they're intelligent, that they're a good communicator, but maybe that they're not super emotional. Judgment. Judgment indicates a need to be honest with ourselves about how or why something ended or why something happened, right? So when it comes to this death and rebirth, I'm wondering if you guys took a break or you guys broke up and now you want to start over or start again. And at this point, you're being honest with yourself about how or why something happened the way it did, right? So this is like internal reflection. It's like going within. It's not blaming anybody else. It's not you did this, you did this, you did this. It's like, okay, I can see where I messed up. I can see where I went wrong, and I'd like to work on it and collaborate with you and have some sort of sense of community. So when it comes to Pisces and the person on their mind, what is the person on their mind feeling towards them at this time? Wow. Okay. The Hermit, Virgo. So this person could be an earth sign. They could be an air sign. They're pretty much all the signs are here. Queen of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, which is also like somebody who's ambitious, somebody who's confident, somebody who's passionate, somebody who's feisty, right? So they may think of you when it comes to how they feel towards you. They may be withdrawing right now. So when it comes to their feelings towards you, the Hermit is all about pulling back our energy, right? So the Hangman is like, it's an intentional pause, but the Hermit is like intentional retreat. So it's the same aspect of this Judgment. It's internal reflection, going within to find the inner wisdom, right? And it's pulling back our energy. So like I said, you guys might be starting over, or maybe you're just in the talking phase. Maybe you broke up and you want to try again. But right now, their energy is very pulled back. It's very reserved. But when they think of you as somebody who's confident, ambitious, passionate, fiery, right? And the Sun, how else they think or feel towards you. This is ultimate. This is like the happiest card in the deck, right? There are lots of great cards in the deck, but when it comes to somebody's feeling towards you, the Sun, which is joy, happiness, abundance, it's not lacking anything. It's like this great feeling of harmony, right? So they do feel some sense of like extreme happiness, joy. You make them very happy. You do. Bottom of the deck. Six of Wands, Six of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is all about triumph, success, overcoming obstacles, recognition for hard work. So I'm getting there may have been some kind of ending, and you both are kind of reflecting on how or why this happened, or how or why it went down the way it did. But when it comes to how they feel about you, you make them very happy, and vice versa. So let's see. When it comes to Pisces and their person, what can they expect for an outcome with this person? Hold on. Oop. Hold on, this keeps happening. They just kind of keep getting stuck together. 1 second. Can I just get a couple and not minty? Let's see. When it comes to an outcome between Pisces and their person. Wow. Okay. Okay, so 7 of Cups, which is like a need to make a decision. It's like multiple choice. It can indicate having multiple options, or it can indicate needing to make a decision, right? So some kind of decision has been made. Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is like rushing towards, depending on the context, right? Depending on the context of the reading, which this reading looks pretty good so far. This can either be very much running to something or running away from something, right? And I'm not getting that they're running away from you. I'm getting that this is like an action card, like victory, success, triumph, recognition for hard work. So it's kind of like they're rushing towards you, right? Like assertiveness, lifestyle changes. This could be somebody who speaks fast, but it also can be somebody who's just kind of like made some kind of decision when it comes to this connection. So for an outcome with this person is the World, which is like spiritual graduation, right? So the Wheel of Fortune is kind of in the middle of the major arcana. This is the very end of the major arcana. And then after that World comes the Fool, which is like a leap of faith, a new beginning, right? So this, to me, indicates that whatever is going on with you and your person, especially with this Death and Rebirth card, I mean, extremely about this Death and Rebirth card. This is like the end of hard times, the end of like toxic karmic cycles. It's like if the Wheel of Fortune is good luck, good fortune, leveling up karmically, this is like spiritual graduation, right? So you guys have learned some kind of lesson when it comes to this connection and are not going to keep repeating the same cycles. All right, so let's see. Let's get, you know what? I think this might be a good place to leave this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull some initials. If you get either your initials or the initials of your person, great. If not, no worries. This can still very much be a reading. I just look at this as extra confirmation for people who might need it a little bit more. All right, K, N, Y, Kenny, A, H, Kenya, T, L, R, D, X, ooh, Darlene, F, W, E, O, U, I. You know what? I'm gonna pull 2 more. G, B. All right, Pisces, that is where I will leave this reading for you. Feel free to check back for the next one. And as always, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul.